fault line in case there was a rapid play at the beginning. Now, they don't realize that Sentinels have creeped all the way forwards here past the smokes, and 2 shots to the body, that'll do the job. A lot of damage done by Digizine, and the follow-up is there from on high. Tui's trying to deliver and rain down bits and pieces of lead, and he's definitely chipped down a few of these Sentinels players, working with player disadvantage, but still access to the site, and critically as well, extremity control gains. Zelsis knows that there's risks to be taken and fights to be had. Just depends on the timing that he's willing to take here with a paranoia. An attempt to push past this one, doesn't spot anybody, was sidestepped in time. And here's a few shots as well, rattled off by Bang from the side. Every single one counts here for Sentinels. Time is of the essence, Loudy to get a bit of a move on, and definitely finding the kills now. John QT has to be that pivotal playmaker. He can't really reveal his position anyway. Still lands that first one. Half wanted to defuse anyway, but more targets here. Pancada surely has got to assist. Stun's going to be ricocheting, flashing to the side. That's a gun reclaimed. 2 players dropped, falling. Side is open access. A plant down on top of it, so upgrades acquired. The player positioning of Sentinels as well should be prime to play into this post plant.
You want to fight them on close corners, not allow Digizine any opportunity. Can't be jiggling into the Outlaw.
Slightest at gaps as well, so Digizine's able to play himself in there, but the flash and the peak, it's mistimed ever so slightly. He's just spotted it with those scopes! No landing for Digizine! Off to the side here, bang! In fact, has to drop down into events, it's an aftershock. No more means of escape, but he still manages to lock down the 1 kill. Bit more anarchy now thrown into it, and with that Outlaw in the hands of Zelsis, Digizine on that half armor. Not much long for the world. Pancada has to be the playmaker now from this position here, tucked to the side. Will he be cleared? As our clearance at best, but the instantaneous trade-off from Sentinels now. They're going to be running all the way down onto this site, getting into that post plant.
Another spot when Pancada actually had to do more from that position. It's a tough one though. How do you get more than 1 when you're tucked into hell like that? But his positioning was so committed, couldn't use a paranoia, and now he's put everything onto Kawanzine and Tui's. The new initiator duo for Loud.
Trying to exit through CT. Very difficult last. The Salvos are going to be clearing most of the way in through backside. That's a peek from Zekken. Instant with the punish. Off to the side, not anticipating that high ground angle. And Zelt's is playing on it. John QT. Smoke isolates it. Both flash going to be expended. As you already said, it's a very bad buy indeed. Loud still going to be committing the abundance of util to try and make an attempt at least of this round. Already flooding out towards the fight. That's Pancada hitting off some beautiful shots. Damage done. Absolutely absurd work from Pancada. Digizine joined by the sides here. They've got Sentinels corralled into the corner. And Pancada out as well, but it's too much to avoid. It's pressed up by the drone, stunned up on top of it. Zekken in through the vines, all in thunder. Forwards! Zekken's not to be denied.
Perfect. Immaculate, just as they drew it up there from Sentinels. Everybody from Loud crunched.
2 years just bumbling into the walls there, uncomfortable into the spot in the situation. There's a pick your poison spot. He had salvos at the back feet. And Digizine, he wants to hold on to this off. He's not going to get a chance to. Jump spot, sees it, noise cues made, Zekken. Trying to put the pinch on. As you said, it's going to be a really difficult spot for Digizine, and 2 years to be playing in. 2 years has to be the one to push back this presence out through vents. He's already found that first kill, and now we've seen the scurrying on the other side of things here. Sentinels are the ones who are looking for a few more available options. There's only 25 seconds left into this round, and where are you seeking to end here? Over towards the B side, but the pit in your face, an orb in your face on top of it, and plenty of bodies. Loud have sent in the reinforcements. TP across from Bang. There's no supplementary fire, no trade inside here, and straight through the pit as well. Murky depths, desperation from Zelsis. Peppered down from the shorty in hand. Got to give it up now if you are Sentinels here. Just losing grip of that round. Here's a clone in your face, not going to be baited by that one too much, but running straight forwards. I mean, slow to a crawl. Zekken just shrugs off the bullets. Takes Luke Show straight out of the picture.
Another warrior steps up. Pancada, can he get it done?
Yeah, would be main control here. He needs to, but too many angles to really anticipate. The crosshair placement just looking like it wasn't quite there. So now the B side open for taking, and a lot have already made the decision. Retaking with an operator is just not on the cards in a 3v5. They're saving.
The calling from John in this round is lovely. The way that they isolate so many individual fights. As soon as they push the Digizine off the line, the defensive setup over towards A.
Players here, they're sighted up. That's going to be the roll in front, and it cuts up most of the side in return. Response instantaneously from it, but 2 years is isolated out on an island there. Not too much chances for him. Kawanzine almost just going down from a bit of the stray damage and spam in the midst of it. Still that heaven smoke fading away. There's chances to be a fight to be taken. Pancada offers himself up to the podium.
All missiles away.
Can't quite finish it off though here. Still 3 left to stand and just a bit of spam through the pit. It's all laid down. Preemptive plans by Sentinels are always just feeling like they're one step ahead. Put a bit more pieces into place. An attempt to try and defend this one. And, oh, well, Lucio is just right in front of his own wall as well. Sidestepping alongside Zekin, doing a bit of a dance. Down over towards Heaven Control though. There's a Paranoia to sweep and clear onto the one side as well. Give a bit more peace of mind and drop it down. Down to Hell. This is Lucio just trying to support as well. Offloading with the bullets from on high, down low. Quick exchange here. Sentinels are being squeezed. Pancada approaching from the side. His coverage into the fire, but John QT now last alive. Left alone into this spot here, into the 1v3 that he's made it himself. 35 seconds left into the round.
Teammates pinging out Lucio. Made a footstep over towards screens. But he's surrounded.
30 seconds left.
On all fronts except vents. 25 seconds. If he had to go B, it would be right now. Otherwise, he's got to brute force his way through Lucio and Tui's on site.
Yeah, 17 seconds left. 6 bullets, doesn't want to make any sound whatsoever with the reload here. Your chances of winning the round essentially naught at this point. Spotted out. 8 seconds left. You'd have to get a bit of a move on. There's 2 players waiting to receive, so critical at that as well. Putting the pressure and applying it hard onto Pancada. He's going to be dropping and falling here. And a quick peek just from the shoulder. Gives the acknowledgement here for Sentinels. They realize now, okay, there's an operator in play. So regaining that mid-control. Armageddon's going to be forced out. There's a slight gap in through the back of the side. But Digizine is going to be pushed forwards as a result. And the rate is going to be that level of awareness. Still trying to make a go of things. Laying claim down over towards the side. A wide face will not be helping out in the rate here, but site control given up, but they don't have B main. That's held down by Digizine. Smoke into your face as well. Plays way ahead of it. Inserted himself, dominated that angle nice and early, and it brings it back down to that 2v2. Kawazina 2 is side by side here for God knows how many years at this point. Banging second, quick peek, 26 health onto bang. That was a risky maneuver, but he gets the information for second to work off of salvos. Off and around to the side here. Stun ricocheting. Needs to land that shot, but slowed down entirely here. And Bang's position. And walking straight back into it. Reload to Herd, and this is going to be a bloodbath. Straight into the blender that's occurring. Right click in your face. No anticipation for it. Aftershock as well. Slight miss onto the corner. Hopping straight over. And it's 3-3 at a moment's notice.
How are they still alive in that spot? Zekin on 2 HP, and somehow Sentinels have defended B heaven. Loud, regroup, go back over to B main. Surely this avenue is not going to be as heavily defended. They've already used so much of that defensive utility. Aftershock gone, Paranoia gone. Loud should be able to just walk out, and what a call.
Gamble by Sen as well. They're making their moves over towards A, expecting it to be going in that direction. It is a good call from Loud.
And this is going to make it really difficult for Sentinels once they get back onto the retake here, because they have no clue how deep these Loud players could go. I mean, look at Kawazina all the way in spawn. You don't know if B Heaven's compromised, Spawn's compromised, or if they're all playing some kind of passive setup. Really, really tough to retake.
Kawazina shows presence. Potentially a bit of a bait and switch as well, but the salvage is right. And run on, and with the footsteps, okay. Lots of targets there for Lucio to potentially take care of, and Kawazina just not anticipating that Bang was just hanging back, holding to be that extra element into the play. Now it's planning for Pancada off to the side here. Smoke in his hand, but the fault line is going to be causing a bit of delay in a tap. Not quite a tap, it's a full stick at this point. It needs to be that coverage and defense in order. Cheeky pick off. Doubled up. That's unorthodox here from Loud in terms of the hold. And peeking out through the smoke. There was no play for Zelsis there. He heard the plant going down and was hoping that he could take that timing.
Can Narrate recover the rifle? Because Zelsis just kind of ran in there with the Bulldog. Narrate would love to have that one back. And Lucio in vents, playing as that backstab at all times,
yeah, he's
if
an
they
insurance
need
policy, isn't he? And yeah, well, just about sniffed out here, but Bang wasn't ready for it. At this point, it is a sealed up round for Loud.
Yeah, very clean. Exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they needed.
Then it's still going to be making it nice and awkward, or at least okay, we're going to go for it anyways. The salvos to try and force the issue and push all the way into your face. Narrate. Bit of spam, side by side, shoulder to shoulder with the IGL. Good clearance there with a drone out to the side. Gets the acknowledgement, they know that there's players, and Loud are trying to at least make an attempt.
Second's anchor position on site is so tough to deal with.
And not just that, I mean, it's an anchor smoke that's being laid down for him, and that's beautiful. Still flashed up into the moment. Gonna deal with this one, and running gunning is ordered up. It's exactly what he needed. Still Flash is connecting. He's running a mockery over the round. Loud very much trapped out onto the site. Lucio realizes the importance Needs to hold down to main control. Is basically the only thing stopping this team from getting in. And second, like a thief in the night, a fox in the pen. Gets all the way into the back lines and leaves it just down to 2Es now. Flash has to be dodged, but the double face up.
Scrapping with each other over on this A side, but Luke's just called in reinforcements.
The Digi's just wandering around in through mid here. There's going to be that double face off the Flash. Zekin this time appreciating the threat. Makes a bit of a move backwards now, holding his ground and holding it down indeed. Stalwart defender with some util to help him out. Lining up these players, but just not enough bullets for the job really at hand still. The rest of Sentinels happy to step straight back into the fight once more. Filling in the gaps, and that's an incredibly difficult ask now. 2Es into a 1v2. ISO's the one, Guardian in hand, just needs a second. Celsius, position noted. 2Es! Sweeps. He's going to be potentially catching on a bit of friendly fire onto Digizine, but I think he sidesteps it and bang an attempt to TP past it. It was cheeky, leaving Sentinels now into 3v4. They are being stalled out entirely here.
There's so much util still kept in the back pocket from 2Es and Kamanzine. That's one of the problems with Sentinels playing off-site, playing the retake so often.
Time is ticking.
It's over at this point.
Sen very aware of the fact that they're going to be losing this round.
But Narrate is still getting called over to help anyway.
And JoQT, got to be that playmaker into that spot here. This is Loud. Doing anything at this point.
30 seconds left.
Trying to find a path to victory.
This is all a fake, by the way.
Forwards, a fake, and making moves. Bang, bang! Hold up, does not anticipate that there's more players waiting for him. It's all over the place in the end. Plays up to now, Loud.
Walk out from Luke.
Trying not to make any noise. Luke is all the way out. And wide with the heads, just peeking out to the side here. There is that return of the fire out towards the back of the side. Luke show! Demonic in the moment. Someone single-handedly trying to shut this one all the way down. Just backpedaling away to Digizine. He's handed that angle. Salvos. Lay it down, an attempt to delay here, but a Survivor's Pit that's offloaded as well, and that's a Dimensional Drift to try and exit out through the back. Bit of spam onto the corner.
Spike planted.
John needs to be careful though with that decay damage. 2v3, Pit at play, so a bit of RNG, I think. Spam is going to be the name of the game here for Sentinels. They've already laid claim to just the one, but the Pit is still standing out towards the back. This is Luke show, you can see position. Crouched up. He's got a haircut for free with that one. Shredded with bullets towards the back of the side, but still, as long as the Pit is up, there's safety, and the round should be locked up entirely. Good awareness. But this rookie player of Loud inserted into this roster when there was little hope for the more.
Last player standing.
It's a string of rounds now that one way as well. The setup feels familiar, but here's a flash play at a peak, and that was dodged entirely. Not sure what happened to the flash. Maybe we got 8 by the wall. Bit of the geometry. Armageddon to try and set this one up already. Narrate as the sliders of off angles and the TP forwards into the cloud burst. Needs to be careful. Util out into his hands already with a stun. Lay it down, hopping around into the corner. Stun. Well, not denying that kill at least, but still it's traded out instantaneously. But bang from behind. Trying to do more. Rips away to it, Elias, make it 3! And will he grab the 4 for the 1v1? Yes, he will! We've seen him already take that side control. Reclear is going to be caught for, and that's Loud just looking for the play to be made. Salvos in the fault line. Slows down the approach at least for Sentinels, but it's still a 4v4 and a fight towards the flank. Narrate needs to win this one, and he just catches that timing. Already aware of the fact that Digizine was going to be lurking around that spot and position.
Yeah, nice aggressive positioning.
Now Loud have got to do it all with just 3 players remaining. There's a TP forwards, and that's going to be into the smoke. Yeah, second quick to lay claim to that area. The map at least to try that spot here, and just 2 players left to stand here. Shoulder to shoulder is Loud in a 2v3. Time starting to tick though and get away from them. Sen realize it. How do you win this round? Feeling the squeeze, a lot of tension now from them. And the plant onto the corner as well. It's picture perfect, so you can jump into the air all you like. You know, he's up and around. Magada, he's barely alive on a shredder health, and a bit of spam will supplement that one easily, sending him straight to the grave. Any attempt from Digizine swiftly just brushed off the table.
And this wall set up right from the beginning of the round to allow a B pivot.
Luke Show! They line up for him! And he'll happily spray them all the way down! Here in through the smoke, he just spotted the barrel off to the side here, and he hears it rumbling at the footsteps, and he's just missed the timing onto it once again! Oh, the whippage at play! Could have been set up for brilliance once more. But for Sentinels, they're going to take that one happily as a bit of an in. Aftershock to try and push back the blue room presence. Stun's going to be ricocheting now, and it goes both ways. Digizene's going to be getting his team all the way back in. It's a beautiful one, along with a flash. Supplementary is the util. Players with the pistols in hand. Close quarters is what it demands. Near sight here, Rolling Thunder cuts it up from the side. Luke Show, his job is just to try and contain all the way up through and to the side. He's the only one not falling prey to most of this util, but also online. Earned up. And second once more, he wants to try and galvanize the round. Even the adjustment and snapback from the rate. Drone to clear this, and here's the danger, and here's the stun. So, spring the trap. Pancada now is going to make another go at this one here with a near side. Lots of targets to choose from here, but the util's going to be pushing him back out and wide into the open, and the salvos is taking out second. Kawazine just picks up the moment, takes full control of this here now, and Zelsis and the Rate left to do it all in a 2v3. Orb down, and Zelsis looking for partition into the site. We'll stick to the plan. It's not the best of locations, but now that means the pit is online, and that is a win con. Stun. Ricochet's out. Danger zone for Loud here. Looking to navigate around this pit slowly and steadily. This completely changes the game, though, and it turns into a game of these timings here. Attempt to punish, denied. Pancada can't lay claim to that kill. Just weaving in and out. TP's in through the back as well, and he's on that high ground perch. As he drops down, just not favored for it in the Rate. Happy to just absolutely slice them up. Look at him.
And Sentinels will have a free walk into B.
He just missing the timing himself. Listen, swings and roundabouts.
But now there's no smokes. Everybody from Sentinels coordinating to get past that vice wall all at the same time, but pressure's on. They have to fight forwards. They can't just smoke off avenues.
Drone broken early. Sen realize it. Taking up a bit of control now over towards B main onto site. Big ults online. Steel Garden avoided. Armageddon is the next layer of this one. How the hell do you avoid it? You're going to skip forwards instead into Digizene, waiting. Rifle in hand here, and I'll push straight out of the picture. The Rate just isolated out of the fight. There's no way you can win that from that spot. Now, suppressed up. Digizene, do you dare really overstep yourself here and take this fight? It is actually pretty perfect. Tracks well onto the angle, but he's opened himself up to Zelsis. Instant response from Kawazine. Rolling Thunder now. And you're vulnerable up, yet Kawazine still delivers. Stun ricocheting down to the side, and that's a steady aim and steady hand from Luke Show to stand his ground against the Raid into that spot. Sidestep, tip tap. Tui's looking to double up and high-low potentially. They know they've got Bang cornered.
Bang not even realizing that Pancada's coming around behind. That tap of the door does absolutely nothing. They know still which direction he's coming from.
All cleared out. And look at it here. Very much set in stone. It's 2 years. He's holding on to a bit of util. Guns out potentially now. And there it is. Got that held down now. Bolt line as the door open wide. And you've triggered a trap entirely. Digizene. My God, man. No. Pivot, I think, is being thought about. Shock. No way, no way! Digizene! Just slips his way all the way past this one, and a few straight bullets again. He's near sighted. There's a collection. Bang follows up. Tiny windows of opportunity that Loud are happy to pounce on.
Yeah, Digizene swung inside of his own team's aftershock there. But Tui, speaking of which, completely caught dead to rights. Bang has been so opportunistic in this round, and he's found them two to get it back into a 3v3.
He'd be quick up towards Heaven as well. He's going to gain some control. On through the high ground here. Loud, no choice now but to wait it out. Take this retake together.
Pretty heavy util advantage in favor of Loud. I mean, the Pancada paranoia is one I'm looking at.
Snakebite is going to be slowing this one down ever so slightly. Still some util being held, and that's the Rate taking a fight. Oh, okay. Paranoia held. Ready for the timing, and here it is. Sending it flying forwards here as the three players get into spot. Along with the salvos as well, wide open into the fight. Zelsis! He's done up dirty! Flash potentially, here it is, fault line, glide to the side as well. You have to have a steady aim and a steady hand! Pancada! He's happy to just literally put an end to any sort of funny business. Sen, we're going for, it's ult expended. A weak spot in the defense of Loud. Snakebite as well, lane claim. Okay, there's a kill with Pancada falling.
That's just the salvos. Caught Pancada out completely. He was holding Paranoia in the back of water. Caught in a bad spot, used the Paranoia, wasted it, died.
Oh, they got their backs to all of this here. There's a timing to be taken. Loud just about missed it. This is Sentinels grouped up. Spike exchanging hands. This is Zelsis one away. They're going to be a pit to play in. Over towards B. Now the B retakes have been good from Lau, but it's an extra element that they might not be accounting for all the way through into the side. And that is rapid from the rate. He's going for it. John at his side. And Luke Shaw now left to pick up those pieces. With the pit in his face already decayed down to single digits, and he's got an inclination, and he's found it. With the pit drop down now, wide still, it's a steady climb up the mountain, and a hell of a time and a task for Luke Shaw. He's going to try and isolate that fight. Hold on!
Beautiful.
Incredible peek at that.
To be smarter
The
than
re-wrap.
Sticking, half already. Where's the follow-up? The raid expects it to just be fake info! That is cold! The Sentinels could be playing for this one. It's a TP up close into heaven, trying to take these fights straight to them. Loud. Regaining control of this one as the doors open wide. No corner clearance, I should say. Bang, though. Sees one of his own. Going to start an attempt to try and float all the way back in through this one. Bang. Man down now. No pushback. Off angle. Jump spotted around, and the stun connects. I believe onto both of the players. Yet Tajazine was slowed down himself as an aftershock out wide. Loud. They know exactly what to expect. Flushing these players out wide, but not anticipating the drop down there from John. Still up from the top. That's a quick trade indeed by Kawazine.
Very well handled in this round from Loud.
Yeah.
Looking to fight Mound.
The rate's been left behind as well. That door's going to be opened up. There's an aftershock into the corner, but the stun is good. Even better than that! Come play into the hands of Zelsis. This is a complete mop-up, one would say here. Leave it just to Digizine, but... Around information, we're at the minute mark now, and Luke Shaw has usually been the player to try and lurk his way up. Zelsis is way ahead of most of this one here, but Util, a little bit better now, and there's that return. Spotting all those bodies, making the call. An immediate attempt to try and pivot over towards C once more. Bang, looking to redeem himself, but just caught into the corner. There's no escaping that.
Loud with the player advantage. But they did get caught in a situation like this before. Do they know that there's nobody on the flank? Pancada is holding that position in a really deep angle this time. And they got to hear it right now. The stampede coming through, the flash and the peak.
In through the back as well. Slowly picking away this Sentinels retake. No smoke as well to obfuscate this one. It's planted for Mound on top of it.
Yeah, it's a slam dunk for Loud. They have Breach Ultimate, they have Aftershock. Salvos are going to be coming back online. It's unlosable.
We're trying to clear most of this here, but as we've already mentioned, there's no safe avenue or angle whatsoever. That's a rolling thunder. Silver lining at the end of the day for Sen, but for Loud, they're just focused on getting up to that 11th round. My goodness! Happy feet indeed to Paranoia to try and push them back entirely, but Pancada has been picked two pieces. Bang! Supplemented, a bit of fire blindly into the smoke! And he follows up entirely. The pivot is called for, but steady aim and a steady hand from John QT. Finally shuts down this rookie player who's been running rampant with the lurks.
That was a mad play from Zekken. He used confusion on his opponent. Super effective. He was just running around, sliding in and out. Pancada didn't know what to do. He teleported away straight to his death.
Committing it into the plant, doesn't get it off. It's perfectly timed at that. There's a stun at the feet of Digizine, and the aftershock as well. Pushed them right out into the open. Prime for the taking is the lives of Loud, and still tip-tap to the side instant with the trade. John, it's been good for it right now. In the playmaker, up into the hands of Bang though. Will slow down how fast he can really hope to play this one. The smoke propped up into your face, Pancada.
Kawanzine's had a good reposition here.
Paranoia forwards, dash forwards as well, and that TP off to the side as well. You're cutting it up, causing a little bit more confusion into the fight. Kawazine onto that high ground approach to Salvos as well, and he reveals his hand at that still. Heads on a swivel from the Sentinels players. A lot of angles to watch for, a lot of angles indeed, but bang! He's got it well trained, well versed with it, and top of it. Lauda sticking around for this one, looking like they want to try and square up and posture, potentially out with the shoulders, and that's bang! Head taken clean off. All's going to be dropping. John onto the angle, onto this line with the operator into your hands to see what you can possibly do, but he doesn't want to re-peek into it, and there's an off angle for you. Narrate. Getting a bit of a read in terms of how they're playing. Maybe not the intended target, but going to be happy with the kill nevertheless. 4v4 now. Salvo's out wide, and it's getting personal here, and it's getting tricky for Zekken. No gun out to really try and take that fight in time, but the rate's still holding it up. On for the high ground here. There's another Armageddon, and slowed down! He's missed the timing onto it. Wanted to try and get his own ult off in time, but it's been narrowly avoided. Just dodged to the side. This is Loud in control. Digizine holding it down, just spots it. Perfect with a crosshair placement. Let's see if he can claim another! And John QT's alone, isolated out towards tree. There's going to be that stun, ricocheting. And now, John's on a bit of an island. He needs a bailout fun right now here. And it's got to be Zelsis still dropped in a moment's notice. And the rate from the top. Ropes Let's just handled it adequately, more so than that, I would say. It's a 4v2 now for Sentinels.
They did handle this chaos remarkably well. Pancada and Tui's are completely stuck. These are the two bottom fraggers for Loud today. At least in this map especially. And they've got to try to pull off a 2v4. Tough situation for them.
Yeah, we'll see.
Dude, Narrate got into that position to help out his teammates so wonderfully. And taking the walk up towards stairs. Crossfire here between Zekken and Narrate. Zekken and John, pardon me.
30
Doesn't
seconds
seem
left.
possible.
No. Bang just right from behind there. Oh, yeah, bullets flying forward. Still a lot of damage, but surely gonna see the collection yet with the damage done prior. Goes both ways here. Stalemate is called for, but only for a moment. Tempered and eager to draw blood. Kawazine will not be denied from the push, but finally with those trades, it's rapidly Sentinels collapsed upon. Loud doing all the damage in the world, and Zelsis is left to do it even more. He can't get it done. Map 3.
On the pistol from the defenders.
Luke shows ahead of this one, and it is cleared in time. Instant with it, and that's going to be the stun to lay it down. Zelsis dropped in a moment's notice, and a quick pivot on the way. Dejazine just trying to scurry towards the back of the site, and hopefully the defense at least arriving in time to try and supplement this one, and guns in hand. Making sure to really put an end to all of this one. The rate. How the hell are you going to try and pave away to victory? There's no possible way. He's got 70 health still left, alive with 4 bullets left and remaining. 2 players out wide into the open. Oh my God, this is getting messy.
1 HP. He should never have had a chance in this.
1 HP and a bloody dream with Loud. Health advantage, player advantage. Spike drop down into the middle of nowhere as long as they double up here. And with that discipline, yeah, reveal. Spawn all sorts of them. Util is going to have to be expended here, but shot darts, rebounding, ricocheting, and here comes the classics, and here comes the side swing of Zelsis. Straight bullets though, straight through the wall. Will be that answer back from Loud, but this is getting more than messy. This is getting downright dangerous. Drone up and over towards the top. Has to be that exit out of this one. Dart over and around. The timing to be avoiding, and a bit of spam into the back. You run out of bullets. Pancada is barely alive. And in through the back, there's no surviving, surely. Pancada! No longer for the world. Sending it flying forwards here as well. This is hard committal with these bodies here, but the near side is good enough for the paranoia. You can't escape your fate. Kind of dropped down by the former teammate, and Zekken might be paving away a bit further forwards here. Dash to the side though. Not quite there. There's a flash into the corner, narrowly avoided. Dodge due to Kawazine. Steps up to the challenge once more. Round to the side. He's got those reinforcements arriving. Lucho sidestepping with the bullets. That's no rate. Answers back rapidly at that. And this guy, I mean, it's never ending. And Loud got walk around for themselves. Lots of bodies here. Pancada gonna try to escape. Double TP to try and get the hell out of Dodge. Sen were quick to pounce onto that one, and here's another play being made. Zelsis.
So good.
He just slinks his way all the way up through C-Long.
Off the back of all of that mid-pressure, Zelsis walks up C-Long. Somehow manages to evade the timing on the operator watching that. Loud have got a call. A horrible decision to save here. They're not going to get the gun on Luke Show. Narrate really is taking over. I mean, he's finding so many opportunities to exert his will upon the game. But this round, and just be kicking themselves for Dejazine pulling off the timing.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah, that damage done prior. We'll see if they can even keep one of these guns in check. The answer's no. Still going to be expended on top of it.
Dude,
Look
look
at
at
this. Rapid flank going to be occurring. He just needs his team to be buying time as well. You're seeing it. Ults offloaded. Armageddon as well, straight up the gut. And now Zelsis has to be that playmaker. Time is of the essence, but he's got to play it patiently, not give anything away into the moment. Darts up and overhead. A quick tap as well. What is the next line of defense for all of this? TP up close to the top lines. And Sentinels, they're going to scatter Loud to the wind. It's realistically from Loud as well to try and clear up some of this space. But Pancada, flash to the corner, tight to the corner. No one's cleared it out, but it doesn't even matter. Luke Show himself. Second, already forwards into the fight and might be able to just slip all the way behind. But NoFF is going to be revealing the job entirely. Can't quite take that timing. Just feigns like he potentially could be. Gets his team straight back into it. Bang is also just trying to fake like he could be lurking up towards A. Util's used and the Cav just spots it out entirely. Salvos to the next level and lay it to all of this. Luke Show is online.
And it looks like he's ready to get this ace. Bang. Might end up walking straight into this.
30 seconds left.
Drop and exchange of the gun, bang. He's got plenty of money, doesn't need to be worrying too much about that one, just wants to do economical damage at this point. But he's just been highlighted, and that's an ace! Large trip's gonna be dealt with and deals with. Luke Show's just trying to at least delay him by a bit of time here. Pancada chooses that time to strike, but now he's the one being squeezed. Revealed his hand a little bit too early, but he cuts up the ankles. Luke Show and Pancada, they become that 1-2 punch. Heavy-handed with the swings, and Digizine just comes in. The way up, who is following up? That is the question. Intruder smoke, and it surely won't save you. Luke Show just narrowly off the mark with that one. Significant amount of damage done to John QT, and up a flash as well to push them back. Here's a fight in through Garage. Narrate just strikes from the side. It's a critical one. Digizine in and through. Sentinels! They're just filling the streets with blood. Tuyis in an attempt to punish. Already gliding all the way into this fight. There's a lot of damage done. Needs to be the reinforcements. And oh wow, Second just trying to slip his way in through that anchoring smoke, but didn't realize that that timing and tempo was taken by Loud already.
Digizine did a good job to stay alive in the midst of all of that. Got 10 HP. Still have an aftershock to try to keep out the first wave of this retake, but double flash available to Sentinels, and the recon's back in 5. They go early.
Oh my goodness, defense is ordered. Pancada needed a bit of a bailout, and he's going to be receiving it. Still, Sentinels just trying to take this one through stray shots. Potentially finding it here with the damage done to Digizine. It's a 2v2 at that. Still health advantage for Sentinels. Walking all the way around here with a fault line, swinging in and trying to make that play happen. John QT left into that 1v1, isolate the fight and win it out entirely. Over towards B and Digizine all the way in, and that's a shotgun into your face. You've got to be careful about that one, and a gun reclaimed, picked up. Bulldog.
Bang was worried that this was actually going to be a split into A. He didn't go and help Narrate.
Spike planted.
There are players everywhere.
Yeah, suddenly it's looking much more winnable with a kill like that. Yeah, laying claim to all sorts of lives. Luke Show will not be stopped. Upgrade for himself here, but with Loud, complete control of backside B, the A-Link extremity. A spike planted for it. Sen coming your way, but Narrate's in the danger zone. There's no anchor smokes to be helping him out here, but they want to try and flip their way in anyway. Zelsis throwing a knife out to try and catch that timing. Slight pocket to play in with the wall up against it, and aftershock. It's all being used to augment this attack.
Digizine looks really good on the entry. He's finding these pockets, being able to play inside of them.
Zelsis punishes that reload. Hold on, he's just spotted. Yeah, 3 players, but Luke Show straight from Digizine. He's all the way in through the connector, in through the lurk, and he's causing chaos and carnage. Quick to capitalize as well off of most of it.
He's pulled them all off the A site.
Yeah, and this is it. Quick scurry as well, the tempo increase. How does Sen manage? Can they shut down this approach? Narrate from the high ground, there's no smoke in your face, and Util in your hands to be denied it all. Second wants to just try and eat up most of these players. Most of this Util coming your way, you want to play inside of it. There it is, Hunter's Fury, big reveal off to the side. It's exactly what was called for here to Cam to try and pave the way, see if he can find a few more, and bang, will oblige, helping him out from behind. Over the shoulder with the bullets, but onto a purge. Luke Show trying to make the most of all of this action. Celsius cannot be cleared out, cannot be denied. The shock pushed them back and slowing them down, and here is the approach from the Sentinels player. This is where you need to find some value. Here and now, Digizine with the answer back, but John QT also from the side is laying them out. Haymakers, they have to try and deal with Zekin here while a distraction occurs, and triple face up on top of it. How the table turns for Sentinels themselves. A 13-5